Hello, everyone. We're going to be talking about Wizards of the Coast and how they are just blatantly just being dumbasses. Um, so it's also been a while, and we're going to be kind of talking about what's been going on as a whole. Um, but I kind of want to get this out of the way first. So Wizards of the Coast has been definitely doing not the greatest job at what we as a community want, and it's really frustrating. um, they are printing literally set after set, and it's just insane. And having like all sorts of variants and whatnot is just not that great. Now, Brothers of War did well comparatively to the last few sets. Are and okay, great. Um, Dominaria United or Remastered looks to be great. Um, Overall, they are just not really doing a great job in this climate that we're in for, you know, recession, blah blah blah, whatever the hell you want to call it. Pokemon, on the other hand, I just dropped something, of course, is just making fools out of them, and is actually not reprinting a lot of sets that just got released for possibly 2 more months. Great. And then there's going to be the Scarlet and Violet, so they might just be done entirely right now. We don't know. I think in terms of a TCG market, and I mean, I don't follow Flesh and Blood all that often. I do know that Dynasty is a pretty cool set. It does have a older card in there that has the kind of like what's referred to as Marvel treatment. And it's badass as hell. So I did like what they did with that. If they'll do it in the future, okay. I don't like. It's going to be interesting. That said, that game is doing, I think, pretty well overall, being a newer game and also trying to navigate through this climate that we're in. That said, I'm actually going to just turn myself down a little bit. WoTC is just not doing great. Now, on top of all the Magic fiasco bullshit, they're also trying to put down creators for D&D. Now, not a lot of you may know this if you're subscribed to me. I love D&D. I've been playing it since, I kind of entered into a campaign when I was in this middle school, stopped for a bit, tried a couple of campaigns. It, unfortunately, whether it be due to COVID or even just maybe a little bit before COVID, just due to availability and whatnot, or other fiasco drama, I never really completed officially a campaign as of yet, which is unfortunate. It happens, whatever. But I love D&D. I follow and watched Critical Role since the end of campaign 1. I think is when I officially started watching Critical Role, roughly. I have to look. And now they're on campaign 3. It's insane. It's definitely something near and dear to my heart. Now, WotC is also now trying to just axe and be like, "Oh, hey, you're creating something to enhance our game. Cool. We want money, and for you to do so." Is basically where I'm getting it from. And I mean, you know what? It's not really maybe cut and dry like that, but overall though, it's not the community that everybody wants to have, and it's very non community esque. I apologize. I'm trying to think of the right word to say. But basically, though, is anti-community in terms of the player base. I'm going to leave a link in the description where you can sign a petition for them to cut the crap on this. If you sign it, great. If you don't, okay, that's fine. I'm not going to make you sign it. I personally did. I know a few friends that have done that. So hopefully we'll get enough signatures for them to change their mind. It will be interesting. I think as we kind of navigate through this recession and or whatever the hell we're calling this crap, and however the tides take us, I think this will be a interesting year for TCGs, just mainly for the fact of where it's not free money anymore. Just being in the TCG, you have to, it's not like 10 extra money right away. It's not going to be, hopefully not crazy prices for everywhere. We will see. And I'm interested to see how they go about everything, whether it be WoTC, whether it be Flesh and Blood, or any other card games. I will say for their 25th anniversary versus what Yu-Gi-Oh is going to do versus what Magic did for its 30th, and I will say, I don't know. Well, So I'm gonna bring Pokemon into this. I think what they did was respectable, and I wish that Celebrations collection set had more cards. Now, and I mean, maybe non-metal cards for the UPC would have been great too. Now, what Magic 30 did was atrocious. But I'm wondering, though, what were the, I guess, quote-unquote, what were the quote-unquote restrictions, if you will, that they had? Because they didn't choose to reprint the entire card. They had to have a stamp on them, it looks like. Now, I wonder if that was applied for all WoTC cards. But from what I'm understanding is that Yu-Gi-Oh is actually reprinting all the cards from their older sets and having it be like in a like a little box or in one set, and it's not going to be different. It's not going to have a different stamp. I would have liked to have seen that with Pokemon, but for what they did, I think it was respectable. It was different. I appreciated it. What Magic did wasn't that great. If it was for proxies, if the promise wasn't made for stuff being reprinted the way that they did, okay, this would have been probably more acceptable. If it wasn't for $1,000 for 4 packs, the pill would have been a lot for non-tournament legal cards that you could not play. It probably would have been more acceptable. And I wouldn't probably be bitching about it, nor would half of, or all of the fucking community would be bitching about it. It's, that's kind of also why a lot of people are just like, no, fuck you, WotC. And I can't blame them. I will admit, I've been investing, well, I shouldn't say investing, but I've just been buying Pokemon for the last few months. I will say I did get a Infinity draft box for myself. I did get my dad a set box of Brothers War for Christmas. But really, though, that's it for Magic. And the last, few months. Or not, well, so I can't say that I purchased it. My dad purchased me a set box of Dominaria United. Which is great. I loved it. I had fun opening it. It's a beautiful set. And I hit a fucking crazy ass box. If I can find it, I'll post I'll find the picture later and we'll have another discussion video, but the box was insane. It wasn't like there was no serialized cards in there, but that's fine. I don't give a shit. But I had a lot of fun opening it. It was a great box. That said, I haven't really been purchasing Magic. Now, Pokemon, I actually opened up a case of Lost Origin and hit no alt arts. For the other two cases that I could choose from, have alt arts in them. However, the same two big badass alt arts. And then I hit the most insane box in Silver Tempest. Brilliant Star. No, wait. Brilliant? Wait, what was. No, Astral Radiance. Astral, I did open up some. Mainly purchased like the alt arts, whatever. And yeah. And then Brilliant Stars, I got my Charizard. Rainbow, had to purchase the alt art, whatever, fine. Um, I've also been doing some singles. I've also been doing some Build Divide, which is a new TCG that's going to be doing a lot of cool shit. It's going to be doing My Dress Up Darling soon. It's got Full Metal Alchemist coming out in the next month. It's got a lot of good shit. And we also have Crown Zenith on the way for Pokemon. It'll be a good time. And I'm gonna also have a collection video. And I'm sorry, I've been doing Weiss. It is also mainly the things that I've been doing in terms of card collecting lately. And I've been happy. Like with collecting those. That said, in terms of actual happiness, I've been so. Like I'm not sad. I'm not. I'm just honestly I'm a bit stressed and angry. Just had certain crap with work, but I mean that happens. Um, but my personal life though was okay. Um, I so recently two big popular stars has passed away in the last 2 months. If you're in the nerd community, I probably don't have to say their names. Um, but they were basically two of my biggest heroes, along with Stanley. And to literally lose them within like 10 days of each other was just heartbreaking. Um, and I've actually met and had pictures with both of them done before at like I think it was Rhode Island Comic Con, and that will be the greatest memory that I have of that day. Um, and just to have them be lost to us in that amount of time is just heartbreaking. Um, so that happened as of recently. Um, and it's been interesting to try to deal with it. We've had Pokemon release, and I haven't really touched it since my playthroughs and completing the decks. I've done the raids that have been released for like the specialty ones, um, and I definitely want to pick it up again. I definitely want to do my Violet playthrough. I just haven't really felt the need to. I've been doing a lot of writing. I've also been doing a lot of other gaming with some of my friends, as well as I've been playing D&D, and that's kind of working for me. Um, so I do write, and I've been writing a book series since I got out of high school, and that's a little over 10 years now. And actually, I just hit my 10th. Fuck, I need to have a drink. I just hit 10 years in writing this book like 3 weeks ago. No, 2 weeks-ish ago. Maybe almost 3 weeks. And this is now the fastest paced writing I have done for this latest book, which is book number 4. Granted, I have not been writing throughout all 10 years. There have been breaks, whether we do depression, timing, what have you. But I started writing this book series about 10 years ago. It's not published. I probably won't promote it out on this YouTube channel. I might create a new one just to kind of help promote it out there. I've also been having artwork done for it. So that's always been the thing. Now, with this book, I have this started in May of this past year, of May of 2022, and I'm pretty sure I can probably finish writing it. And don't get me wrong, it's not a race too. I have it all planned out, and there's a scene that I really want to write after I figured it out for like a good 3 weeks, and I think that's why I've been like pushing myself to do so. Which is then also restructured how I want to write the series as a whole. Um, and it's definitely something that I am pushing myself for to do myself as a writer, to write it well and write it good and have it be impactful. I I'm still surprised though that I've made it this far. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I've had days where I've written literally like 20 pages in a day, stopped for like a week or two, and then picked it back up. It's definitely that weird back and forth. I'm just really surprised that it's almost at the end of the road, and I can probably do it in less than a year, and it's insane. Granted, that's with no real like hardcore editing being done. Blah 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 blah. Whatever, that's fine. Um, so that part to me is really impressing myself a lot. Um, and so that's kind of where I've been these last couple months, since streaming Pokemon and Call of Duty. Um, for 2023, I'm gonna try to stream more. There isn't really any games right now that are coming out in the near future that I am like, oh, I'm gonna get that or I'm gonna get that. Um, so what I'm hoping is we do more balloons. We do other. Crap, I can't remember the game off the top of my head. I don't really want to look at it right now. We do more balloons content. We do maybe other games as well. Um, COD, I have touched a little. Just trying to grind for long shots is just a fucking bore. Like for me, and if I'm not having fun, you're probably not gonna have fun watching me. So I haven't been doing that. And it's also just been really difficult, even with hardcore mode. Like there's just not like a. It's more like realism mode, or I'm sorry, tier one is more like realism mode, where it doesn't give you like the actual like, oh hey, it's a long shot, boop boop. So it's kind of hard to judge how many you're getting, and then it's just like I feel like the game's just cheating me out of it, or I'm just literally like on that pixel away. Um, so that's kind of where I've been at with those series right now. I don't know when I'm gonna pick them up. Um, but yeah, this is just a overall general video. Um, a lot of shit has happened at the end of 2022. Like literally in the last 6 months of it, I lost 4 people that were close to me. My cousin got married. A lot of working to try to just digest all that. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. But I will catch everybody later. I hope you all have a great day. Bye bye.